things that this government has managed to do so cleverly is to persuade people that austerity is essential, that there is no alternative. They tell you that all the time.
People in the House of Commons and the House of Lords have got their fingers in the trough trying to get the money out.
Can you imagine being a disabled child and sitting in your own pee and your own poo because there are only 4 nappies a day, and incontinence nappies cost well over £1 each? You cannot, as much as you love the person you're caring for, you cannot do it 24 hours a day. You have to sleep.
Killing people every day. I just imagine how they think that they are rich with monies that are called blood money.
And so they can justify cutting fire engines, so it means you might have a station near you today, but with this night review and the government push it through, you're going to end up with a fire station not being there.
The government has been more willing to support their nefarious efforts from time to time to bail them out.
To realise that actually if we divide the people while they're fighting amongst themselves, we can create great social change, we can do a smash and grab.
They don't think like you and I.
Had 2 assessments for ESA. One I had in my home, and after 15 minutes the doctor left and I lost DLA that I've been in receipt of for 6 years.
Why?
For high rate mobility and middle rate.
Why did he do that?
He decided I didn't need it.
To the patient opposite me actually about this just yesterday. Her bladder's packed up. She's now her bowel's packed up. She's been fed into a vein. She's a very, very sick lady, and they've just told her she's got to go to the work-related activity group.
They don't just steal your money so they're rich. They steal your money so you're poor and under their control.
And then I was like, wait, isn't it a conflict of interest when there's media heads, corporate heads, banking heads there meeting in secret and deciding policy?
I'm the younger brother of someone called Talha Hassan, who was very brutally extradited last year.
Women's labour is consistently underpaid, undervalued or unpaid.
That are facing, long-term council tenants who are facing the problems with the bedroom tax, who are the same problems that are forcing people, to seek like precarious, cheap rents.
Like Nick Clegg, is he a side man?
Debts that can't be repaid won't be repaid.
So is this...
He's a pig.
Yeah.
Go on, so what about Sam Cam?
She looked very nervous when she looked at me.
You see the Atos people?
She never went to see the Atos people. She was too busy doing nice things for other people. By the time she got home, she found out that her electric and gas had been cut off.
Yeah, the Houses of Parliament is still in a palace.
Young people, and that age group in particular, is awful because the slashing of EMA, the tripling of tuition fees...
It's our state, our government, it's corporatism, isn't it?
It's gangsterism, yeah.
And if nothing else, the one thing that I really would like to get out here, anyone looking at this, if you don't fight to save legal aid now, it will be gone.
I think what people don't understand is that the City of London is a tax haven in itself, and it's constructed to attract hot money into Britain, and it's constructed to attract criminal money as well as legal money into Britain.
Capitalism is now on a publicly funded life support system.
Taking that away has now meant that more students are dropping out at 16, they're not staying on and doing their A-levels or their vocational courses, and in turn they're not accessing higher education either. So it was a complete assault on working class young people.
Can't believe it. I said the police are following me. I said my brother's died in police custody and they're following me.
The actual fracturing process caused 2 earthquakes.
Amazing. For example, in Lewisham, thousands of people turned out. These were families that have been using the health services. They've never been involved in any kind of political activism before, but they were out in the streets because they want their A&E department.
My advice to Jeremy Hunt is resign now.
And you know this government, they have this agenda. They're trying to privatise the NHS. They're trying closures and...
Yes, I don't believe in that. I think it's best for us to stay local and look after our people here.
And we have an all-white government, an all-male white government.
And all rich. How many people are on £10 an hour, do you think?
Why do you think that prejudice is such a gaping, open wound in people?
Because humans are stupid.
Actually, if we can't do it right in Parliament, then actually
how can we take this moral high ground and say what other people do is right or wrong?
And he's paddock.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these politicians are not representative of ordinary people.
The working poor against the unemployed, non-disabled people against disabled people, private sector workers against public sector workers.
There's successive governments who have not represented the people. They've been governments of finance capital for finance capital, hence the policy that they pursued, the neoliberal deregulation of the banks, the speculation that took place, the economic crisis that was caused.
Que se vayan todos, so is it in Argentina? They all must go. All these fuckers
They all must fucking go.
They, the government, have billions of pounds to bail out corrupt bankers so that they can get their bonuses and that the bonds in these banks remain and the bondholders remain whole. What about this incredible split personality that the government seems to have? They're rich when they talk to bankers, but they're poor when they talk to everyone else.
But you know as well as I do, austerity is ideological. Paul Krugman, he was on Newsnight 2 years ago, and he said, what you're doing right now, under the cloak of austerity, by moving public services into private pockets, is obscene.
They think it's their money! It's their money! And they want it! They're fucking there! They're at the fucking thing! And that's fucking Thatcher! And this, my friends, is fucking... This is my pig!